Hey guys, Road Sniper here today with another tool review. Today we are going over my big Husky 1/2-inch ratchet. Now this is model number H100C12FLRATN, and it's Husky brand, so you can find it at Home Depot. Now this is a 1/2-inch drive, like I said, 100 tooth, or I don't know if it's actually 100 tooth, it's 100 position. We'll find out later when we open it up. And it's got a locking flex head, which is really nice. Now, one of the first things I noticed when I saw this, it's also quick release, by the way, as you can see. Anyways, one of the first things I noticed is that this ratchet looks really similar to a gear wrench, and also similar to a Matco ratchet. Now, I don't know if they're made in the same factory or what, but they do look extremely similar, and Husky and Matco have the exact same locking flex head design, with this little flip lever thing and a few teeth on the bottom of the ratchet head. It actually locks in place pretty decent unless you like swing it about, you know. And it's pretty heavy duty. I put a lot of force on this thing. So you can see it's held in, the anvil is held in with a snap ring. I don't know whether you can kind of see it. I forget how long the handle on this is. Let's see. See what it says on the website. Product details. Alright, don't say it there. Specifications. Okay, it's 10.5-inch handle, so definitely pretty long. And honestly, I think this thing is longer than 10.5 inches. Like, this is over a foot for sure, I know that much. Anyways, this thing has a ton of leverage. And the anvil is strong enough to back it up. If you can hear that. Listen how fine that mechanism is. In a future video, I'll be going over my Icon ratchet, you know, the controversial one. This is 90 tooth. That's pretty fine. Not quite as fine though. Anyways, this thing's got a big beefy handle on it. The only downside I'd say is that it's not a comfort grip because it's winter right now. If you've ever grabbed a metal ratchet during winter, you know it sucks the heat right out of your hands. Anyways, but this thing's amazing. I've used this thing in all kinds of things, from like I've used it on lug nuts, honestly. The thing's long enough. I mean, you're not going to be as easy as using a breaker bar, but it's got plenty of leverage. I've also used it for like brake caliper brackets, you know, stuff like that. Let's see, some other things. I've used it on crankshaft pulleys, like not to loosen them, obviously, but to turn over the engine to test after doing a job, you know. You can use it on a lot of suspension components. Basically anything really tight that you can fit it in there. This thing will be amazing for it. It'll make the job so easy with the locking flex head and the extra long handle. Not to mention the 100 tooth. That gives you a lot of swing arc. Well, not a lot of swing arc. It gives you very low swing arc. And that's just awesome to have. And such a big ratchet, you know. A lot of times you get the ratchet in there and you can't even move it because it's so unwieldy. And I like how this head is kind of low profile. It's not super low profile like the gear wrench we looked at, but it's low profile. And it's only a little bit wider, you know. Like compared to my Pittsburgh 1/2-inch, which was my previous go-to 1/2-inch ratchet. This thing gets in like pretty much every place it could. Maybe we'll make a video on that in the future. It's basically just the basic Pittsburgh 1/2-inch ratchet, but I was running into problems where it wouldn't be long enough to loosen certain bolts. That, like one time I had to loosen a differential drain plug, and that thing was stuck in there pretty good. And I couldn't get it loose with that, so I had to use my breaker bar, but my breaker bar is not ratcheting, so you know I had to get a really weird angle on there. It was a whole ordeal, but this thing would have come in really handy for that. Anyways, so can't think of much else to say about the ratchet itself. It's really heavy duty, really awesome. I would definitely recommend it. It is made in China or Taiwan, I believe, and it has a limited lifetime warranty, which is really nice. It is a little pricey. It's $43, $42.97 at Home Depot, but I would say it's worth every bit of that. It's amazing. Anyways, let's get into the teardown portion. Once again, using the channel lock 927s. I keep saying I'll make a video about these. One day I'll get around to it, you know. It's just get, once again, you know, get the snap ring pliers into the head, into the holes of the snap ring. First I gotta flip it around. There we go. Make sure you're in a internal snap ring mode. Comes right out. Leave that there. And then kind of wiggle the pawl, or wiggle the anvil, I mean. So it comes out. Now, you know it's at 100 position, right? So I had a theory that it was not actually 100 teeth. And I think this kind of backs it up. That looks more like a 50 teeth gear. We will count the teeth when I put this back together, but another reason I think that is because you can see the dual pawl mechanism. I can't really see it, but I don't want to flip the ratchet over or I could lose something, but hold on. See the dual pawl design? So how that works is every time the pawl moves, it's engaging one of these teeth and they're slightly offset from each other. So you get 100 positions out of it, but you only have 50 teeth. So it might be a little stronger, you know, than your traditional design. Let's get that back in there. Real quick. There we go. I thought I had it. Gosh. Well, it's being a bit of a pain, isn't it? As usual. So I'm going to press it down to your thumb a little bit. Oh shoot. Hold on guys, I better pause the video. Alright guys, so I finally got it back together. That was a lot more difficult than I anticipated due to the dual pawl offset design. You have to be so precise getting that thing in there. Anyway, now it's back in there. Let's see if I can show you the ratcheting mechanism at all. See how each pawl moves once. It alternates, you know. Anyways. See, when we're assembling it, just get the pipe back in there. And then grab your snap ring. Pliers. Just like that. Stick it in the head of the ratchet. Get it all nice and centered up if you please to do that. I personally like to do it just because, but it's not technically necessary, you know. Anyways, so ratchet back together. Maybe we can count the teeth now. So it should be 100 clicks. Okay, let's reverse it real quick. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, it should be 25 clicks. Okay, hold on, I gotta restart. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21. I got about 20 clicks, you know. 22, 23, 24. Okay, maybe 25 if you actually like make sure the anvil rotates 90 degrees. Either way, it's like 24, 25 clicks, which is basically a quarter of 100. So I'd say they're pretty on about that position count. Of course, as we know, there's actually only 50 teeth, so there's only actually like 12 and a half per 90 degrees, but due to the offset pawl design, dual offset pawl, you get 25, so that's pretty neat. Anyways, I think that'll about do it for today's video. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you in the next video.